Hi, good evening. I see many posts on the BSA Bantam Club website and BSA Bantam social media pages, and tonight, as the nights are drawing in, I typically put the Norton and my other 750s and my larger modern bikes away, and I bring out Patina, my 1969 B175 from her rest through the winter, and start to prepare her for winter riding, autumnal and winter riding. And a bit of background with Patina, you can see that on my social media, my YouTube channel, that she clearly passes 70 miles an hour. The only modification that I've got on my B175 is that she has a Bones electronic ignition system fitted to her. A new, 3 years old now actually, 36 months old, Amel Premier concentric carburettor, standard jetting, standard exhaust, airbox snorkel into the offside side panel with a homemade foam filter. I'm very keen to keep her moving along at a pace that's consummate with my riding, which is typically cruising at around 50-55 miles an hour, with a little bit left should I need to overtake. And in order to do that, obviously I check the timing on my Bones ignition system, I ultrasonically clean my carburettor and check the jets and the fueling is appropriate. I use an NGK B7 ES spark plug gapped at the standard recommendation for the Bantam. I don't make any adjustments on that plug gap for the Bones CDI ignition system. I've seen a lot of rubbish posts about the requirement to alter the gap on that. She's timed up, I think it's 1.3 or 1.4 millimeters before top dead center, but she's correctly timed from whatever Bones has said using the aperture and the timing wheel on the Bones rotor. I found that significant improvements can be made, for example, but not limited to, your tyre pressures on a Bantam. I'm quite a big chunky lad, quite a big built lad, and I found that even 4 or 5 PSI can make a significant difference to the Bantam wanting to move along at consummate pace. So tonight, what this video is all about is about a plug chop. And for those that have never done a plug chop, and you can read many people's opinions about them, but if you stick with the Amel and the old motorcycle news and many forums, it's a case of getting her up to working temperature, pinning the throttle all the way back, and then as she's rumbling along, hit the kill switch in my case, so that's press the button, dip the clutch on offer no more throttle, and at working temperature, pull over and have a look at the colour of the plug. Obviously, I'm looking for a cappuccino coloured plug and tip, but I prefer to be ever so slightly darker rather than heading towards a lean plug. I'm always very nervous that when I'm throttling off at pace, that the fuel starvation will in fact lead to oil starvation on the two-stroke. But let's see how we get on. So I'm not fitted with my GoPro tonight. I'm simply going to go to what they call the Mad Mile, warm my bike up, get her on constant throttle, which for those people that follow me on YouTube channel will see that the Insta360 and the GoPro 11 Black GPS registers about 73 miles an hour top speed. I think when they left the factory said back in the day they were good for about 62 miles an hour, so I'm obviously not doing anything terribly wrong. The gearbox has recently been rebuilt by Rhett Fisher, and my mate Rhett confirmed 70 mile an hour was indeed what Patina does. So for all those that talk about performance and it bogging down, this is the end of the journey for this bike with regards to the incoming winter, other than fitting Paul Goff's LED headlamp, and there's a modification to the Y-Pack rear light, which is again Paul Goff's rather eloquent LED lighting board. I'll put a clip on this video to that, and basically I removed the bulb. She's running 12 volt neg earth. It was simply easier to do that as Bones Farmers systems are 12 volts, and I decided to go neg. It's got LED headlight, LED lighting board on the rear light, and 12 volts. And the only modification I've done to the loom is the fact that I have a hidden USB 3 charging female socket to keep my GoPros, my Insta and my drones fitted. But let's go take a look what this bike does post a mile and a bit at close to 70 miles an hour. Let's go take a look at the plug colour, and then I'll talk you through what I'm going to be able, what I think needs doing, adjustments, whether that is needle, jets or timing. So I've done about 4 miles from where I live, and if you could see where I am, I'm in the middle of nowhere in the Fenlands, and I've just pulled over to a recently combined field, and I'm not going to let you see me burn my fingers, but I'm absolutely going to take that plug out, and let's take a look at the colour of that plug. This is absolutely where I burn my fingers now. Hopefully I can get this on without too much grief. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a juggling act, isn't it? Getting this off. Okay, let's get this plug out and you're going to see what she looks like. And then we'll talk about options for me to that's red hot. Ow. Flipping Nora. Okay, I'm going to show you this plug now, and I'm going to just change the camera and make sure that the tip is in focus. So I'm sorry, that is magnified somewhat. Now, well, it's certainly not black, is it? It's certainly not dark. It's only just brown. So she was doing about 66, 67 indicated, but I've got to say I don't have my GoPro, so that was cable drive, so probably close to 70 miles an hour. I'm just going to say that that is ever so slightly weak at 70 miles an hour, and I just want her a tad darker, so I'm just going to talk you through the options for making her slightly darker. I'm just popping the plug back in, and while I'm doing that I'll talk to you. So I think, you know, her on full tilt is slightly weak. Lean is that plug colour, but it's really hard, isn't it? It's almost sunset here on a Sunday evening, and that colour, I don't know how it's going to look once the Adobe Premiere Pro has mixed my video, but I do think it's slightly weak. I run 33:1, 2-stroke, mineral based oil. As you can see, I use NGK plugs. Yeah, I'm absolutely tempted to just lift the needle one clip up, so the taper of the needle, by moving it down on the needle clip. It raises the needle, therefore you're further up the taper, so you get a more fuel into the mix. So I'm going to give that a go. Let's just show you the carburettor and how I do that for those that have never done it before. So I'm a clumsy so-and-so, but you should easily get a short Phillips screwdriver into there, pull it out, take the needle clip. By lifting the needle, you're lifting it up, so you're moving the clip down. But what I use is 1/4-inch Whitworth spanners and a flat blade, or again a Phillips on here, and remove the carburettor and do it at a more leisurely pace. So what I'm going to do, I'm just about out of light tonight, so part 2 this week will be the effects of just raising that needle one click. I have some shims because raising and dropping the needle can be quite a significant change. I know my timing's spot on. I know my bike is called Patina for a reason, and this doesn't look like a new carburetor, but it is. For those BDIs that can see a crack here, and why am I showing you this? Well, it could indicate that the snorkel to the airbox has cracked and is indeed drawing air in, affecting the balance. But she's running fine. I just prefer a slightly darker colour. Oh, again, BDIs, you'll see that I've blocked the choke off. I've always found, and one of the indicators of a Premier carburetor over the standard is the longer tickler, but I know the carburetor is set up correctly, and yeah, let's just darken her up a little bit and then see how we go later in the week. Thanks for watching part 1. Please, if you find these videos interesting, think about hitting the like or subscribe button. Thanks for watching.